Welcome to Knowledge Treasury for a thought-provoking video presentation.
The Emergence Revolution. Bridging the gap between matter and mind. The 2024 Nobel Prize in Physics wasn't just an award for computer science, it was a cultural and philosophical earthquake. By honoring the pioneers of artificial intelligence, the Nobel Committee signaled that physics is finally breaking free from the cold, sterile cage of 20th century reductionism. For decades, the gold standard of science was to dismantle the universe into its smallest gears. This worldview suggested that if you understood the atom, you understood the man. But this approach left a gaping hole where the most important part of our existence resides, the why and the how of our lived experience. This shift moves us from a universe of objects to a universe of agency. If the laws of physics are now expanding to include the self-organizing principles of neural networks and biological systems, we are forced to reconcile the material world with the social and spiritual ones. Socially, this suggests that our structures, our cities, our economies, our digital networks are not just cold machines, but living, breathing, emergent organisms governed by the same laws of information that sustain a cell or a galaxy. We are beginning to see that connection is not just a social preference, but a physical imperative. Spiritually, this new physics offers a profound reconciliation. For centuries, science and spirituality were at odds. One focused on the gooey parts of matter, the other on the invisible essence of the soul. However, the realization that life is a dynamic, self-sustaining pattern, rather than just a collection of transient atoms, mirrors ancient wisdom. We are not the carbon or the water, we are the arrangement and the flow. This suggests that consciousness and agency are not accidents of biology, but fundamental features of a universe that is hardwired to organize, to learn, and to become aware of itself. By bridging the gap between the inanimate and the sentient, we find a universe that feels less like a clockwork machine and more like a developing mind. The controversy of the 2024 Nobel Prize is, in reality, the birth pains of a more holistic science, one that acknowledges that the laws of reality must finally account for the wonder of being alive. Ultimately, the controversy of the 2024 Nobel Prize signals the end of an era where science and soul were kept in separate silos. By recognizing that the laws of physics must account for the complexity of intelligence and the persistence of life, we are moving toward a more enchanted view of the cosmos. We are no longer just observers of a cold mechanical universe. We are participants in a grand self-organizing pattern that weaves together matter, mind, and meaning. Have a great life.
Thank you for watching, listening, and sharing.